The Egyptian pyramids are some of the most enduring symbols of ancient engineering and cultural richness. Their monumental presence has intrigued people for generations, whether through stories learned in school, at a museum, or via various media. Standing at a height comparable to a modern 32-story building, the Great Pyramid of Giza, for example, originally towered at 481 feet but has now eroded to 451 feet due to vandalism. But who were the minds and hands behind these colossal structures? To uncover this, we look back at Pyramid 101. There are currently about 80 pyramids still standing in Egypt. The oldest among them is the Pyramid of Djoser in Saqqara, built in 2630 BC for King Djoser. The most notable pyramids are in Giza, just outside of Cairo, including the Giza Necropolis and the Pyramid of Khufu, which is one of the 7 wonders of the world. Ancient Egyptians were among the earliest civilizations to believe in an afterlife.
They saw death not as the end but as an interruption, believing that a part of a king's spirit called Ka stayed with his body. Mummification, a well-known practice thanks to media portrayals, was intended to preserve the spirit. To ensure the king's soul was never left wanting, Egyptians buried riches like gold vessels, food, and furniture alongside him. During life, a pharaoh was revered as an incarnate of Horus, the god of the sky. Upon death, he transformed into Osiris, the god of fertility in the underworld, and became responsible for setting the sun while the new pharaoh, his son, would raise it. This relationship was deemed essential for cosmic balance. Built to endure millennia, pyramids were constructed primarily from stone. Limestone formed the pyramid core, while white limestone was used for the outer casing and interior walls. Pink granite, basalt, and alabaster were utilized for various interior elements. Egypt, sometimes called the State of Stone, had abundant resources. Basalt often came from the Fayum Depression, an oasis in the western desert, and alabaster from Luxor, a city on the Nile's eastern bank. Ancient technology consultant Dennis Stocks noted that it took 45 workers to move a 35,900 lb block, and 8 people for a 6,060 lb block, a fact detailed in his 2003 book, Experiments in Egyptian Archaeology, Stoneworking Technology in Ancient Egypt. Projects to build a single pyramid could span 20 to 30 years. For many years, the popular narrative held that slaves under a tyrannical pharaoh built the pyramids. However, recent evidence suggests that a workforce of well-fed, skilled laborers, who were likely organized into highly efficient units, were responsible for these extraordinary feats. Far from slaves, these laborers were akin to a well-oiled machine, contributing their knowledge and strength to create structures that have stood the test of time. The mystery of who built the pyramids may still capture our imaginations, but the skill, determination, and innovation of the ancient Egyptians are no longer in doubt.